Hi, welcome back to the next part of building car and Blender. Today we placed it here and make the lamps in the middle. So we start again. Autographic view and make here screencast keys on. We make a little place here, close with N. Okay. So last time we made that. So rotate in the set, place them about the window. Should be more here. More down. Good. But this one is more in that direction, so we rotate them. That it goes to the window. So we near to. Okay. So now we see that part must be here on the car fixed and the rest is eagle then. Okay, so we get this part here and get them a little bit down to this position on the car. So now we are here and we want to rotate that. So we rotate that direction. And now we see we must bring them up to this part there. So we go on that view and rotate that up, such like that. And we see that fits. We make a copy of them, Shift D, and make them here. Okay. Here we need other distance because here is another banding than before. So that is good. Here we must go a little out and maybe rotate it to this point. Good. Now we have that both things there. Then we want to make a lamp in front, that's sure. At first, we go there and take the windows. To get correct looking material of glass, glass needs a thickness. No glass is only thin. It has a thickness, so we give them a solidify. And then it looks more realistic. We make that on start, I think. So, good. Then we have the problem that we at the start that we make the windows, not all is silver that should be silver, so we make a little trick here. It's no silver, you see that. So we go to window and say select, and now the rest what we don't have select is that what should be silver. So we can make select inverse. Now we have all selected that we need to make silver. We give them silver. That's good. So now we look that we have all here. Mark the whole loop. Give them silver. Then look from the side. Give them silver too. Here, what is that? That is maybe, yeah, that are faces here. So we make them silver 2, this silver 2, and that one silver. Good. We have here one. Good. Looking much better than before. Now we have this part here. We mark this completely line here. Must be silver. So we mark that all. Don't need that, but that. Okay. So that we don't need. Oh, okay. Start as eagle. So silver. Then this we make window 2. So then we loop that inner part. Hold control, right mouse button on an edge. Then he selects the whole. Then give them silver. Serve with the outline. Silver. Good. These two we have. Last is here. And it is not extended, so we can let it like it is. This one is extended. So we try to mark a loop. Yes, we have the loop completely round and give them silver. So that is better than before. Then we have that problem here that it looks a little tricky. That means we don't need the edge split. So we make him gone. Then we have here, when you look on that, we have an outstanding part here that we don't need. So that means that one can be deleted. And then we need a loop there to get the shading errors gone. So we make them there, and then it's perfectly here the same. Overstanding part, delete, Control R to make a loop in there, delete all edges that are too near together with dissolve edges, so that we have less of them. Then it looks sharp. Yeah, smoother, I mean. So, near to dissolve, 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 and dissolve. So, that's much better than before. Okay, get them a little out. Okay, good. Next part is we want to make here some lighting. That means we must mark that. That is this part here. There comes the lamp. So we drag them in, such like that. Oh, we got too much. So we disable them and then drag them. So, okay. So now we can make there our lamp going in. You see shading failures come in. When we flatten that, then it's for this part is okay. And the rest we will see later. Good. What I thought last time was this shield must be there on this car. It's upper, not on this thing. Then we say first Then when you look at this car, you see there is cutted this part out, the back. So we make the same here. Go in edit mode and get this loop here. But we don't need this down part. We need it at this part, I think. So we delete that we don't need. And then we mark that we need. That is, I think, this line. This line here. So mark that line. Okay, go near. Okay, so that we now want to open. So we press V, then it is open. We bring them a little to the Y and a little to high. So that is enough. Not too much, only a little. Okay, we have it. Good. Then next part is we want to cut in their stripe. You see that stripe comes here over the whole car. So we cut in that. That means we join together this door and the car itself. We join. Now it is one. Now we want to cut in there. So we need a mesh, plane, rotate x 90 degrees, scale down, go in front of the car, scale down, and scale it in the X. We need it about along the whole car, so we make it long as this. Okay. So we only want to cut in that, so we can delete the only face. So we have only the outline that we need. We have marked that. We mark the car at second. Then we go in edit mode, mark all with A, and go under tools to knife project. Now it's cut it in. We see here some little problems. So we look what we have there. Here he don't cut it. So we cut there manually with knife and take it there. To cut, we must look extremely correct. That is that. That was wrong. Okay, we'll make it with the door single then it's better. So we mark the door as object with these other two guys here. So that and that. Then P to separate selection. Now it is single. Now we can cut in here, knife from there to there, except with spacebar, the cut, except with spacebar. Okay. So we now have here the hole, so that means we must delete the inside things there. And that means we delete this edge, and this edge, and this edge too. So that are these edges that gone. Good. The same we make here. We have it here. That is this part we don't need. And now we must look. That is a little bit much here to see what we must delete, but we get it. This one, this, and this. So we got the hole here. That is perfectly. Same at the back. Delete this edge, this guys here, and so on till the end. This, and that too. Okay, delete. Okay, now we have a hole in the car that we don't want. We want to have this one, so we go in edit mode, extrude, mark all, extrude to the back, and there is a small part in this hole. So we go in there with extrude scale in, scale it to the middle, such like that. And then you see we have it in the middle, but at the outside it isn't, so we scale in the X to the end. Yes, and then we extrude again in the other direction, so to the Y, and close them with F. So we have the inlay that is silver and the rest is black. So we make the whole material for that is black, and the middle string of that stripe should be silver. So we take here silver, and then we get this middle line here and say that is silver. Then we go near, so we can mark the whole box there and make them silver. So now we have this line, we put them in the car. Yes, that's good, I think. Okay. Then we go with this three parts. We go in. That means we take this line, and this one with this, that knot, and this guys here, and pull them in so we have no difference between in and out. Same we make here at the door. Mark this two lines there. Oh, we must look. So, and then we extrude into. Okay. So we have that part two. I think there is a problem. It is there. We go back one time. I think it is the wrong guy. Can be this one. I must look what we have there correctly. Is it that? I don't see that right. Okay. No, that's is okay. So we extrude into. Good. Then we give them normal material. Yes, good. Then we get the next part, the back part here. Mark this line. such like that, and extrude them into. Good. So we have that. And we have the line into that object. So we ran it at one time. Yeah, it looks good, but we have the shading arrows. That means we must cut along them. That's much work, but it must be done. So we get a knife and we cut around the whole black part there. Take it as a good training to cut. Then you know it. Space to accept. And so we go on and on and on, once around the whole object. And then the shading arrows are gone. So there isn't now anything at the down part of them, but at the top part surely, and here too. So we need to do what I said. We cut around this whole thing. So here we can get a loop, that's fine, but in the front we must cut. So we get here a knife and go to there, accept, good. Next part is the back part here. We can try a loop, make them there, and then the rest we cut. This again, good. Then here up, and then all this shit disappears. So we go there, then up there, and then here. Okay, cut in, and now it's gone. And this part we make now. Control R to make a loop, bring them down, then cut here this line. Good. Here the frame. Cut into. Good. Door. Make it from top down. Good. Then we have last this one here. So knife, go up there, then here, then this one, this cut, okay, knife from here to here cut, and from here to here, and the last knife from, again, knife from here to here. Okay, now we fixed that, we saved that all. Yes, that is what we want. Okay, good. Then we want to make uh, this front part here with the lights. At first we make this riffles there. So we count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of the small guys. So we make them at mesh cube 11. So we make them as thick as in this picture and the reference. And scale in the X. We only need it for the inner part and the outer part. I don't think so, but we can make it. It's equal. Scale X. Scale X. Okay. So we need 11 we set. So modifier, array modifier, not in the x-axis. We need it in the z-axis. We move them down. That we close up with the background picture. And then we say it should be 11. So we now have that. That is good. And maybe they should be a little bit deeper. So we go in the edit mode and scale it to Y. Scale it to Y. Scale Y. So we have bigger there. Okay, we give them a black material, plastic. So we have that front. We can put that a little away. Then you see we have here one, there are two, four of these guys there. So we make here four of this cube, bring them to the same size, scale and set. So we have this one here. We make it manually. That is so less that we don't need to make an array or something for this little shit. So, okay. Then we get all this stuff and join them together as one. Then we scale them in the Y2. So, okay. Then we give them the black material too, black plastic. And now this comes to them. It can be a little bit more here. Yes, better. Good. Now we put in these two together as one. Yes, that is good. So we join them. Oh, we can't join them. We must first accept the modifier. So we must apply them. Then we can join them together as one. Good. That would that part. Then we need the lights. So we add mesh circle with 12 on a, or better 24. It's better. We want to have around. So rotate each 90 degrees, scale down. Okay. Yes. make it smaller in Y. Okay, good. We position them like the original. So we give them at first black material. We will change that later to this texture. We join them together as one. Bring down this part here. Look, that all fits. Then we bring that in front. So that we on the front. Then we join them together as one. Good. Now we have that part. Now we need the silver line here. So for that two silver lines, we make it simple. We take a cube, scale them down to this size, scale them in the X, like we reached this part there, such like that. The same, we make Shift D with the down part, little scale on the X. Okay. Then you see it's diagonal, so we go scale X to the maximum. Then we give them an loop here. So like that. Then we mark the down part here and make them gone too. Then we make one in the middle, a loop. Then we can mark that here all and bring them a little down. Okay. Then the same here. We mark that. Go to here. Get that loop. And bring them to the front. Then we mark these two guys and bring them back to mark that and bring down. Good. That we have now with the down thing there. It's the same. Scale X. Make one in the middle. One to the right. Then mark the top part. Drag them by. Done. Same here. Loop to the side. Mark that. Come by. Okay, that we have. That should be silver. So we make it silver. And that here. Silver 2. Now we need to make that one here. So we add a cube again. Scale. Okay. Then we start from here and edit mode. Extrude that from here. Okay, we go here to the start. Then we go out and extrude to the middle of them. Then we rotate that in the Y, that we are in the middle. Okay, extrude again. Rotate to the Y again to make it straight, such like that. Okay, a little bit in the X. Okay, then bring them down. We make it in the middle of stop because we want to bend it a little. Then we go here. Then the same as before, extrude and rotate in the Y. Place them in the half of the roundness. Extrude again and scale it to this part. Okay, and extrude again to this position. At last is the origin. Good. So now we mark that down part here and drag them by. That's good. Now we will want to have it here a little bit rounder. So we get this part here and this one, and Control B for beveling. We should make a loop in the middle, I think. And then roll the middle mouse button. It looks a little bit wired. So we go back. We get this whole thing, bevel, and roll the middle mouse button. Okay, then we let it like it is, no problem. So same we make here, Control B, bevel, good enough. Then here the top part, drag them by. Okay, here we can take a new thing that called relax. That means you need to activate the loop tools that you can activate on the add-ons. There you can say relax, and then it was he relaxes that and then makes it real round in a good position. So when we mark all and say relax, then he rounds it up good. Same we can make here. We can mark that and say relax. And he tries to make that not every time it is good, but we try to. Okay, middle part. Relax. Yes, better. Here, that part. Relax. Better. And here, this. Two. Going up. It's better too. And this one more in. This one more out. Okay. Good. Good for now. Not really, but better than nothing. So, um, we make that here relaxed. Now we can handle the size of that. Bring them a little more in. Then we scale that and we'll set that we have a real straight line. Here's something wrong. Good, but we try it. Good. That one little down. That one too. Okay. Good. For start is okay. Here we have the same problem. That must be a little scaled. There isn't. That's okay. Good. So we get them here. Wow, we have great errors. So we go here and mark these two lines and scale them in y0. So it's absolutely straight. Here, same scale y0. Good. Now we have that. Not really good looking, but it is like it is. Good. We can tweak that a little and try to get some good stuff there. So, yeah, it's much with the eye control. You see what is wrong when you get a little training with that. You will see that too, and then you can handle that like other do that. Good. We give them a silver material too. You also can make it with see a circle or something else. Yeah, see a curve. The same. Maybe easier. Okay. Good. Then we should make them all at the same level, like that. Yeah. Then we make them join together as one. Then bring them in front you, and this should be in combine of that. But the silver must be in front. Such like that. Good. Join them together as one. Now we have this front part. We need here the lights in too. So we need a new material with the light. We call it light, or we call it light, front light. Then we say here this little point by color. There you can say I want to take an image. Then I want to open, and I have it under textures. When we see there is the texture of a front light, and now we need to make them into these two parts there. So we mark them and say it should be have the front light material and it should be unwrapped from view bounds. But for each single unwrap project from view bounds, with you can open that. Ooh, open that. Yeah. And then project from view bounds. Now we have this lamp in it. That's really cool. You can let them later emit to make there some lights or some spots in. You can make spots in, that is no problem. Good. Now we make there the geometry, then R set 90 degrees and scale them to the origin. Oh, it's wrong side. So rotate scale 180 and set. Ah, rotate, not scale. So make them smaller. Look that it fits. Such like that maybe. A little bit more here. Okay. That's a normal shading arrow here. Okay. So we save that again and look for render. Yes, it's good, but in the background must be black too, and a little bit more up maybe. We will see. Okay, so Go back and make this one here black. So circle, get this whole stuff here. Oh, that too, I think. And make that black, so we need material plus and black and say assign. Then it should have it. Then we go back here, maybe a little up. Okay, we save it again. File, save, and run it again. Yeah, it's better. The front light we set not to diffuse, we set it to emit, emission. So it looks more than like it's on or something else. Yeah, it's better. Good. We have now that. Then I want to make these numbers on here, but I thought we make a little funny thing. So we make their Blender logo on. So we make plus, new, we call it Blender, and give them a texture, here, color, image, open, texture. I've got here a Blender symbol, and that we make on this part there. So the outer line we select with inverse and say it is black, and the inside should be the Blender symbol as well. Uh, Before we can apply the mirror, then this one should be Blender and should be unwrapped from view bounds. Okay, so here under the datas of the object, we can say it should be textured, so we see that directly. That's better. So we can make it here too for the car, for the outstanding part, they are textured. For all this stuff, you can say here textured, and then it's better. Good. Solid textured. Good. So we have it here, and we need it on the back too. So make the same here. Apply the modifier in object module. Then we get these parts here and say it should have plus and this blender assign unwrap from view bounds. Then it appears. Good. Now we have a blender car. Isn't it funny? Good. We want to make it look a little bit metallic. So we need a glossy effect there. So we add a mix shader and give them a glossy shader and mix them together. And you see now here comes the point, but the roughness is too high. So we go little down. Yes, maybe such like that. And we must go from the mix little to the left that we see the point there as it is there. Good. We have here these parts that have the material too, I hope. Yeah, maybe it's a normal error that can be. So we make a recalculate, then he puts the normals to the outside. We try it, yes, should be like it is. Good. So we save again. We make a look with the camera. Okay. Then we make with the camera, we go down and rotate in that direction here. So we see the whole car. Okay, save. And we make now a test render with F12. We can render. And now you see better the arrows. So we see much arrows. This window must more be inside. Here we must drag a little down. Here we must delete these parts there that must be black. That must be more inside the other stuff. And for this dart, that isn't that bad. And here we need to make them sharper. So we go into the wheels and make a loop. One at this part and one to that part. Go in the render again and see it's sharper, but at the downside not. That means we must make here a cut around like we did it with the arrow thing, make it manually. That means we cut now around. So we go here, take a knife, and then we start to cut around. Knife here, 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 cut. Knife, left click, left click, left click, spacebar, and so on. Left, 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 spacebar. So that here. Okay. Knife. Okay. Needle off. Okay. We go on and on and on. In each project I made, there's something is in time where you must make manually things that are very bad. There you must go through, and after that is okay. But it is like it is. Sometimes you must do this shit, so we do it. Or you're a genius and make it correctly at the start. But who cares? Good. We render. Man, looks much better than before. Yes, that's nice. Good. For this here, we need a little more 3D effect. So that means we get here on this place. Then it looks directly a little bit better. We give them UV coordinates, so input texture coordinates, where the texture should be on UV. Then the mapping, there we can say where is the location, the rotation, the scale of this picture. Then we have that. Good. Now we make a test render. Isn't that what I want? must work. Oh, computer makes great problems. That isn't good. Think that was it. Yes, crashed. Okay, then we let it by the things that we done at this part and see you then in the next part. Bye.